Today we conclude our week with the prophet Isaiah in Isaiah chapter 40, and this wonderful chapter about preparing the way of the Lord and about how the grass withers and the flower fades, but the word of our God will stand forever. Here we are still benefiting from it more than 2,500 years later, and how God's like a shepherd who tenderly feeds and nurtures and cares for his flock, his sheep. And then we've been reminded that the greatness and enlightenment and the path of justice, the knowledge and understanding of God are so far beyond any prince, any leader, beyond any nation. All the nations are as nothing before God. And then Isaiah brings it home in verses 25 to 31. Again, this is God speaking. To whom then will you compare me? Or who is my equal, says the Holy One. Lift your eyes on high and see who created these. This is an invitation to look at the night sky. He who brings out their host and numbers them, calling them all by name, because he is great in strength, mighty in power, not one is missing. And then God is speaking back to the people. Why do you say, O Jacob, and speak, O Israel, my way is hidden from the Lord, and my right is disregarded by my God? Have you not known? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He does not faint or grow weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the faint and strengthens the powerless. Even youths will faint and be weary, and the young will fall exhausted. But those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. This was the passage that I focused on in my sermon this past Sunday. And again, remember the contrast we hear here between God and humanity. God is everlasting, the creator of the ends of the earth. God never gets tired. God never gets weary. God's understanding is beyond our comprehension. And God is powerful, and yet God shares power with the faint and the powerless. And so when we are feeling tired, weary, powerless, exhausted, where should we turn? Turn to the Lord. Invite God to pour strength into you. Think of yourself almost like you're one of your own devices. Our phones, our laptops, our computers, they only work for so long on a battery, and then they need to be recharged. And so do we, and so does our spirit. And that comes from regularly connecting with God, hopefully through God's Word and even devotions like we do together every day, as well as through times of prayer, times of worship, and times spent with other believers in mutual encouragement. I pray if you're feeling tired, weary, powerless, or exhausted today, that God will renew your strength, that you be able to soar once again and feel renewed like an eagle on the wind.